Two fastest losers. Check now on the men's hammer. Kirmasov, the #1 in Europe this year. He's already thrown 75-50 this year to make him the leading European, and he's hot favourite to win this event.
Yeah, I think you can safely say that it's either going to be an East German or a Russian who will win the hammer. They usually do. This is the firm favourite.
This is his first throw. It's a biggie too. It's in excess of 70 metres.
Looks around about the 72-73 metre mark, and he'll be very pleased with that for an opening throw.
Shake of the head. It's his first throw. He's got 6. 72-24. He goes into the lead, and he's set the standards that others in this to the hammer competition. We're looking once again the Finn, Juha Pasonen. Hasn't set the championships alight so far with his hammer throwing. Here he goes again. This is his 4th throw. Again, disappointing throw. He's not going to worry the leaders with that. The man we're going to see next is worrying the rest of the field. Kirmasov, Sergey Kirmasov, has recorded the best time in Europe this year and leads the competition.
The European and the World Junior record is 78 metres and 14 centimetres, and I think Kirmasov probably feels that he can certainly get over his PB and maybe push that. That's probably why he went for such a big throw in the last round.
Kirmasov again. Disqualified with his 3rd round throw, which ended up in the net. There he goes again. And that's a big one. That's an enormous throw. I think that's over 72 metres.
Yeah, I think that's probably his best throw of the competition. Looks around the 73 metre mark.
He's a bit happier with that. .72 metres, 68, and that could be probably good enough. Was 4th. Quickly back to the hammer event. Kirmasov again is lying in pole position in the hammer, and that enormous throw in the last round probably good enough to win him gold. Let's see if he can actually surpass that with his final throw. Already had one disqualified throw. When the hammer didn't leave the cage. That's not as good as his previous one. So he'll rest with his 4th throw, and that's probably good enough to win him gold medal. In fact, I think it will. So not too many surprises. Soviet domination in the throwing events. That one will not count whatsoever. Coming up very shortly, the women's 800 metres semi-finals. 2 of those. I hope you can join us after this very short break. Lundqvist was 4th. Quickly back to the hammer event. Kirmasov again is lying in pole position in the hammer, and that enormous throw in the last round probably good enough to win him gold. Let's see if he can actually surpass that with his final throw. Already had one disqualified throw. When the hammer didn't leave the cage. That's not as good as his previous one. So he'll rest with his 4th throw, and that's probably good enough to win him gold medal. In fact, I think it will. So not too many surprises. Soviet domination in the throwing events. That one will not count whatsoever. Coming up very shortly, the women's 800 metres semi-finals. 2 of those. I hope you can join us after this very short break. Back to the hammer competition. The man we're going to see is Juha Passanen of Finland. There he is. 147. It's the third round of the competition. Nowhere near trouble the leading throw. Just over 72 metres set by Kirmasov, and we'll see him next in the hammer net. There he is, number 626. What a big lad he is.
I think you can eat 3 shredded wheat this one, but
I think they can eat 6.
Amazing to think that these competitors are under 20. Some of them look old enough to really be competing at the top international level.
Remember, for the junior athletics, you have to be under 20.
Interesting shoes he has on there. I've never seen a pair like that before.
And if you had to queue a while in those, the Soviet Union, to pick those up. Here he goes with his third throw. Oh, that's straight into the net. That's going to be a disqualification. I think he must have been listening to us about his shoes, because he certainly didn't get a good grip on that, and he's put that one straight into the hammer net. He'll be disappointed with that, but he still leads the competition and still favourite to win it.
Doesn't look too despondent about that. I think he was probably going for a very, very big throw and probably put a little bit too much into it.
Well, just talk us through that again, Roger. I know you're an expert on hammer throwing.
Yeah, I do the odd hammer throw for the club in my spare time.
Yes, he didn't really get hold of that at all.
No, I think it's really just a case of putting a lot into it and hoping that he could really find the long throw. I don't think he'd be too worried about that.
That's where we take a short break from Yugoslavia. We're coming back shortly with the men's 110 metres hurdles semi-finals, heat 1 and 2. We'll be back after a short break as we look at the hammer throw. Tomorrow here on Eurosport is the ceremony for the hammer throw, and the man who really destroyed the opposition, Sergey Kirmasov, with a throw in excess of 72 metres.
I'll be back.